Stay tuned and see how you can have a better than photographic memory with Harry Lorayne and Memory Power.
Hello, I'm Dick Cavett. You may think that doing a talk show is easy. After all, it looks easy, but one of the problems is that often you have to remember a lot of things, like names and facts and dates. I've never been really great at memory, but all that changed when, early in my career, I met a man who is the world's foremost authority on memory, and his name is Harry Lorayne.
Harry Lorayne is unquestionably the world's foremost memory training specialist. His books, translated into every major language, have sold over 17 million copies and topped the New York Times bestsellers list. You've read about Harry Lorayne in magazines like Forbes, Fortune, Reader's Digest, Nation's Business, Ladies' Home Journal, and Cosmopolitan, to name a few, and in newspapers all over the world. You've seen him on every major television show, including Good Morning America, That's Incredible, The Today Show, Live with Regis and Kathy Lee, and on Johnny Carson many, many times. He's taught and inspired hundreds of thousands at IBM, U.S. Steel, General Electric, and many other Fortune 500 companies. Harry Lorayne has also inspired business people to the highest level of success and increased earnings. He has unlocked the door for students to achieve unlimited learning potential and excellent grades, and has instilled newfound confidence in people who are now able to enjoy a higher quality of life. He earns many thousands of dollars for his personal appearances, but he's here now to show you how you can have a better than photographic memory. Memory Power with Harry Lorayne.
And here I sit with the legendary Harry Lorayne. Here, it's always fun to see you.
It's fun to see you, Dick.
When I think of the hours I spent trying to hammer dates into my head with no technique for doing so, I just wish I could go back through certain courses in high school with your technique.
Oh, you know, it's an amazing help for students of all ages and all levels. Yeah, because, you know, there simply is no learning without memory. Memory means knowledge. Memory is knowledge. You know, in school, Dick, if you haven't remembered it, you haven't learned it. I want you to be able to work less to get better grades in any subject.
And that includes something Americans are supposed to be notoriously bad at, foreign languages.
And English language. Imagine the help for students in the SAT scores. My students can sit down with 40 or 50 new words every evening, look at them once, know them, never forget them, and do that every night or every day.
What's Japanese for please?
Akudasai.
I taught him that 30 seconds ago.
Yes, you did.
My God, I just realized it. Your system does work.
Yes, thank you.
Also, it's good on spelling, thing that drives me nuts as an English teacher's son. And even academics have had to come around and admit that you have something.
Oh, yes, they're admitting that not only do my systems give you a great memory, but that it makes your understanding deeper, it makes your learning capacity larger, it makes the joy and thrill of learning so much keener.
Yeah, I'd just like to throw in that I do not belong to the school that believes that memorizing facts is what's education. So much of education is memorizing that this takes all that away, I think, and frees you to do all the rest. That's my take on it.
Gives you more time and that understanding.
I don't know what would be a better gift for a student.
Chair, window, flower.
My name is Malcolm Ader, and I teach kids with special needs at Harpers Ferry Junior High in West Virginia. And 2 years ago, I wrote to Harry Lorayne about his Memory Power program. And I've used this program the last 2 years with my kids in my learning strategies class, and I've seen a phenomenal difference, not only in their self-esteem, but also in their academic performance.
I used to get C's and D's, but now I get all A's.
With these systems, school is more fun and learning has been more fun.
I've seen my students apply Harry Lorayne's Memory Power in other academic classes such as history and science. And it's been amazing and very gratifying to me as a teacher to see the change in their grades. And also what's very important to me is the fact that the kids feel so differently about themselves now because they have the confidence to know that they can succeed well in school. And learning is fun to them, and that's what school should be all about, making learning fun.
Should I do it right now?
You do it right now, Harry. We're going to turn the lights on.
Okay. With the few people who gave me their names at any time today, would you just rise at your seat so I can see? Oh, my Lord. Okay, I'm going to try to... Not only do I want to remember your faces, I also want to remember your... I want to remember both. So what I'll do is I'll call your name and point to you, and then if I'm right, you can sit down, and I'll do it as quickly as I can, okay? Starting from here, that's Miss Morse, Mr. Hughes, Miss Sprague, Miss Zamost. Did I say that right? I think I said it better than you do. Okay, right over here is Miss Otto. This is Miss Blythe, Miss Emmeling, Miss Norn. This is Michael Norn. This is Mr. Lynch. Right over here now, this is Miss Hersman. This is Mr. Lacroix. I knew I'd have trouble with yours. I'll get to it in a minute. Mr. Halton, Mr... I want to make sure I get the Tellifer. Did I say that right, Mr. Tellifer? Okay, I'll get to you in a minute. Right here, it's Mr. and Mrs. Mears. This is Mr. Spear.
Mel Brooks, CEO of Brooks Films Incorporated, says, Harry Lorayne gives you the memory that will enable you to have the knowledge at your fingertips that will multiply your worth and multiply your value.
No doubt about it, is there, Harry? Memory power is a huge business asset.
Oh, no, there is no doubt about it. That's why my systems are used by businesses and corporations all over the world. Imagine having all the knowledge about your business, about your company, right at your fingertips. Imagine knowing all the numbers you have to know, style numbers, product numbers, telephone numbers, computer codes. Imagine remembering names of people, places, things, anything in your business. And you know what's very important? Remembering spouses' names.
Yes, especially for the marriage partner to remember.
That's right.
Some of my corporate friends, well, I only have one, I'll be honest.
Right.
But he raves about it.
Well, you know, I'm glad to hear that because I feel it's probably the best edge you can get in business. Because remember this, the more you learn, the more you earn.
When I walk into a boardroom, I don't need the daytimers, the notepads, the briefcases, because I've got everything in my head. I owe my success today to Harry Lorayne's Memory Power Systems. It has allowed me to make a lot of money and also allowed me to be a true professional in what I do.
I think I finally convinced you that I do use your system, I think practically every day of my life. It comes in handy in every walk of life. It's changed whole areas of my life for me that I can do things better. Now I can remember things that I need to remember. And it's got to be gratifying to you to see the millions of people come up to you and say, you've helped me. Oh,
it certainly is. When I see below average students become excellent A students, when I see people advancing to high-level positions in the corporate world, when I see older people doing things they never dreamed possible, those things are important to me.
But I love, just as a stunt, to be able to take a deck of cards, thanks to you, have somebody put 10 in their pocket, call out the rest of the deck, and I'll tell them what 10 cards they have in their pocket. I think anybody who plays cards for fun can see the value of this.
No question about that in blackjack, and that is taught in the Memory Power Systems, but just for fun. It's just for fun.
Yes, I'll second that. Also, it's the universality of the system. I can't imagine anybody it wouldn't apply to and help.
Definitely, and you know, it's so easy. That's important.
Yep.
It's the only auto skill I know where you see results immediately. I'll have you remembering in 1 hour better than you ever could before.
My name is Santiago Trevino, and I work for an international consulting firm in Mexico. I want to say that Harry Lorayne's Memory Power Systems have helped me so much that I don't need to use my laptop computer anymore. Now I use my own. When I'm with a client discussing a business affairs with nothing in writing, I make them feel so great that I usually get their business.
Hello, my name is Reginald Pender. I'm employed with the United States Postal Service. And I can honestly say that the position that I have and the salary that I make would not have been possible without the use of Harry Lorayne's memory power techniques.
Dax was blinded and disfigured in an accident. Hear his courageous story.
As a result of an explosion in 1973, I became totally blind and lost all 10 fingers. I could no longer rely on written notes or even Braille. So using Harry's techniques, I graduated from law school, passed the Texas bar examination, and for more than 10 years now, I've traveled throughout the United States as a public speaker. When I was asked to give an inspirational talk to an audience of 1,000 people in Hawaii with no advance notice, Harry's techniques got me through that 45-minute talk with flying colors. I use these techniques for all kinds of things every day, and frankly, don't know how I'd manage without them.
Stay tuned to learn how you can order your Memory Power package.
Miss Bransky,
Am I going too high up here so I don't want to confuse Mr. McCusick and Mr. Batone and Mr. Barker? Those are the cameramen. See, how about that? I think all right. All right. I didn't... Thank you.